Welcome. Hello, welcome. It's Saturday. Yay. Our time to craft and create. Come on in. Say hello and let me know you're here. A few things to kind of take care of first. If you see that red live box up there, that means we're live. If you don't see it, just go ahead and hit hashtag replay. I love to say hello to you and thank you for watching. Come on in and join us. Hello, Greg. I think I've got something good in store, a little different than what we normally do. I don't know that there is a normal we have here, but something I thought would be fun. And let me tell you who I am. I'm Christy with Uncommon Necessities. I have a brick and mortar store located here in Port Orchard, Washington, 1700 Southeast Mile Hill Drive. Our shop hours are Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, or let me try that again. Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So sorry about that. Got that a little confused. Yeah, so come down and check us out and visit us. We carry all Dixie Belle chalk paint, and we have Iron Orchid Design products. We also have a lot of items that have been created as well for you to select from. So hello, welcome. Come on in. If you're just jumping on, say hello. Would love to greet you. We're going to be playing with some Voodoo Gel Stain today, a transfer, some chalk paint, and something that's a little unusual for us is we're going to add some bling to our project. So I want to show you some bling stuff because I think it's pretty cool. So I want to share that with you. Come on in, friends. Let me get this out of the way. I also want to share with you the project that we did last week because I have finished it up. So it is all done now. Come on in, friends. I'm so appreciative that you can join me today. I hope everyone's having a great day. We'll give it another minute or two for our friends to hop on. I do have some exciting kind of announcements regarding events that are happening down here in the Town Square Mall. So it's going to be a fun next few weeks. So I'm going to share that. Hello, everyone. Let me get this out so I can share this with you. Come on in, friends. Come on in. Hope everyone is having a great day. Let me open one of these packs for you so you can see it actually. Tonight we've got some fun things happening down here at the Town Square Mall. We have our night market going on from 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. And there will be music and vendors. So lots of great vendors. We have a new shop opening tonight down here in the mall. Yeah, so come on down and check us out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be open until 11. So you can come say hello to us. All right, let me show you the picture that we did last week so I can give you the update on it. So if you remember, if you remember, I needed to put the spots on the ladybugs, and then I wanted to white wax the dragonfly, and then I put a top coat on it. So let me show you up close, kind of. Whoops. Can you see those? Those are the little ladybugs. And then there is the dragonfly with a little white wax on him. So cute. And so when you turn the picture this way, you can see it's 3D. Isn't that awesome? And also, when we did the sea spray with the paint and I made it extra thick, so it'd be the center of the flower, when it dried because it was thick, you can see how it kind of crackled too. Can you see that? You can see it kind of crackled, which gave it that awesome effect in the center of the flower. So if you didn't catch us making this last week, go back and watch that replay. It was a lot of fun, really cute, super easy to make, pretty inexpensive. How cute would this be hanging on your wall? Look at that. So that's what we did last week. I've been so busy this last few weeks getting some stuff organized and things done. Been a little busy. Hey, Miss Kay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, my friend. I was just showing the ladybugs that I finished painting and the white wax on the dragonfly. Isn't that cute? So adorable. So if you're just joining, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good Saturday, Miss Kay. I hear it's kind of icky and rainy out today. But thank you, Miss Kay. So I wanted to share with you guys, I'm not an affiliate yet. I'll be working on that. But I ordered from a place called Totally Dazzled. And if you've never heard of Totally Dazzled, they're a great place to get some bling. So, oh, you did your taxes. Oh, girl. I know. I know. Tax day is next Tuesday. I know. It's no fun. I always dread this time of year. Totally Dazzled. Well, maybe if I show you a little sparkle, it'll brighten up your day. Anyways, so you can go on the website, just Google Totally Dazzled, and you can find it. And I get a lot of bling stuff from there. And so I wanted to share with you what I've gotten. So let me turn the camera down so you can see. They have this new rhinestoning kit. And I kind of been holding off, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to get it. And I'm going to try it and see what it's like. So I had chosen the rainbow kit, and it comes with, I believe it comes with these two packets of rhinestones, along with this. Oh, you're so sweet, my friend. Along with this rhinestone picker pin. I guess, oh, here's the website. www.totallydazzled.com. You brighten my day up too. I love crafting on Saturdays because I know that you'll be here and it's fun. So maybe if I can get this out, I'll show you it. Okay. So I'm not totally exactly sure how this works, but I have somewhat of an idea. Okay. So I didn't open any of these other packets. As you can see, they're all sealed. They come to you sealed. This one has all those colors listed. So there's green, there's purple. I mean, every color you could imagine is in this packet. And then this one has all these colored rhinestones. So if you want to add a little bling to what you're creating, you can get these and you can add that little bling to it. I'll show you something else I got. Then I went ahead and I did purchase, these ones are clear. Can you see that? They're clear. And then these ones are iridescent rhinestones. So let me open this up. Hopefully I won't spill them, but I might. Oh, one jumped out. Okay. Because I want you to see, and you would use this pin, I think, or is it this end? Oh, that's what that end for. And you just stick it down on it and it picks up your rhinestone for you. See that? And then you just place it on a little dab of E6000 on your project you're working on. And you're good to go. And I think that one jumped out of there. Okay, let me show you these up close because they're so pretty. Hi, Patricia. Welcome, welcome. Look how pretty and sparkly those are. Whoops. Can you see that? Aren't those beautiful? So if you want to add a little tiny bit of bling to your project, and you don't want a lot, these might be a great option, and you can place them wherever you want them. So this was a kit that they sell, and honestly I can't even remember how much the kit was, but it came with the two sets. You could either pick clear, which is these, the iridescent and the clear, or you could pick the rainbow kit, and then the pin came with it, I believe. So totallydazzled.com, and I'm not an affiliate yet, but I am working on that. But I wanted to share that with you guys. So if you want bling, but you just want little bits, this is a great way to do that. They also sell what they call bling wrap. And this is great if you want to add bigger pieces of bling to your project. Let me see if I can get this open without making a mess here. Where is it sealed? Okay, let me cut it. Now this is awesome if you just want to add some bling, but it's rhinestones in this fabric mesh. So there's the back side. There's the front side. Now with this, you could use hot glue to glue it down. You could use E6000. And this is super easy to cut. You just use a pair of scissors. And you can cut off as much as you want. And the roll stays intact. That's what I love about this. So if you wanted to add, say, maybe to a tray or something you're working on, we'll just cut off a piece here. The rhinestones all stay together. They didn't fall off. The ends, they stay on the ends. And then the piece that you cut it off of.
Oh, okay. And is
didn't even have a problem. They're all still together. So this was a pretty good deal. There is a lot here. You get a lot when you order that. So that'll last us a long time here. So that's another great option. The other thing they have are individual packets of different kinds of bling that you can buy. And so this is the clear silver rhinestone packet. And these are great because some are brooches, some are not, some are just tiny. Look at how blingy that is. Small little pieces. And you can add these to your projects as well. You can cut the backs off the brooches pretty easily, so if you need it to lay flat, you can do that. They work pretty well, but it's just random pieces if you want the silver and clear. And they have rose gold, they have gold, they have antique type of settings with different stones. So I would take a look at that. And then sometimes they have a special kind of deal that you can order. And this was this packet. And then this is like a spring packet they had. And it had this, look at this awesome bee. Can you see that? A bee. It had this beautiful butterfly. It had this beautiful dragonfly. So you can add these to the things that you create if you want to have a little bling. I mean, how pretty is that? That's another butterfly with a lot of bling. And then here's a small bumblebee. There you go. All right. Oh, here's another small little bumblebee. Look at that one. Isn't that cute? Can you see that? Isn't that adorable? So, if you're interested in bling, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of pretties. And totallydazzled.com. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday so far, my friends. Okay, let me put these things back away in my little bag I have here. Better leave the one I unwrapped out. My luck, it'll open up the little things and all dump out. I'm gonna leave that one out. Put the bling wrap away. All right, that's enough of show and tell today, huh? I hope you guys. Oh, town market tonight. Town night market. Town Square night market is happening from 7 to 11 down here at the Town Square Mall, 1700 Southeast Mile Hill Drive, Port Orchard, Washington. Come down and check it out. We'll be open until 11. Sorry, I've got customers in the store. So we'll have vendors and there'll be music. Also, next weekend is casino night here, and I believe that's from 6 to 10 on Saturday. And we'll be open during that time. I think there's a $75 entry fee in that. If you're interested in that, I believe it's, well, just message me if you're interested in getting a ticket to that, because I can give you the link to that. And then May 5th and 6th, I believe it's Saturday and Sunday, we will have the Spring Days, which is a craft, big craft fair. The Town Square Mall, first floor and second floor, are full of vendors with great products that they're going to bring and show off. So if you're interested in that, mark your calendars for that. All right, my friends. Let me come back up here and say hello to you again. Hello. Sorry about my hand. All right. So what we're going to make today, we're going to use Dixie Belle Voodoo Magic Gel Stain in the White Magic. We're going to use the Dixie Belle Clear Coat in Gloss. So we're going to make it shiny. And I think we're going to use these paints today, not 100%, but I'll give you the names. The Gulf, which is this pretty blue-green. We're going to use one of my other favorites, lemonade, which is a very light pastel yellow. We're going to use soft pink, which is a pretty soft pink pastel. I had gotten this box right here from Hobby Lobby, and I don't know if anybody else can see it, but does that look like a face to you? Two eyes and a smile? I think the box is happy. Every time I see the front of this box, I think it's smiling at me. But I got this at Hobby Lobby. Sometimes their wood pile goes 40% off, so it's a great time to find a box or something to craft on. Also, you can use any box. Oh, Miss Linda, let me tell you, your picture you shared with me was inspiration for today's video. So thank you very much for sharing your picture. Doesn't it look like a smile? So thank you, Miss Linda, for sharing the picture with me when you came in and gave me the inspiration for today's project. I love it when you guys share things like that and inspiration. And I hope that's what we can do for each other is help spark some inspiration. So anyways, 40% off, unfinished wood box. This is the small one. It's even still got the cardboard in it. We don't need that. And it's empty. Okay. You knew it? Yeah, I saw that and I went, oh, I have those things already. I think that would be a great live. All right, and I'm going to use Iron Orchid Design, Transfer, Ephemeral, I don't even know how to say that, Melange. It's one of our smaller packets. It's great for smaller projects. Beautiful, beautiful roses, labels, springtime, all of that good stuff. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to use my favorite fabric. Y'all know this, Dropcloth. And we're going to make some shabby chic flowers to put on the top of the box. And then we're going to use some of our Totally Dazzled to put in the middle of the flowers. So hopefully this comes out great is what I envisioned in my head, and hopefully similar to the picture that Linda shared with me. So I appreciate it. You guys inspire me. So I appreciate you all joining me today. Thank you very much. Let me put the camera down for you. All right, let me put this down. Hopefully everyone can see okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stain our box. I'm going to stain it white. You can use any color. And also you can get boxes at Goodwill, St. Vincent de Paul, thrift stores, all those thrift stores. You can get boxes and redo. And you can paint them and add transfers. So don't think you have to just get a Hobby Lobby box. You can use a box that's, maybe you have one at home and you want to give it new life. You can certainly do that using the techniques that I'm going to do today. Let me shake this up real good. Okay, this is our water-based stain at Dixie Belle. Oh, and Miss Kay, I did put your order in for the lemonade as well. So if you haven't seen, there's a post on my page of the Dixie Belle paints that will be retiring April 31st. If there's any paints in that in those colors that you want to make sure you have a little stock of, make sure you get a hold of me and I will get those ordered before April 31st. I can tell you that quantities are getting limited. So if there's anything you're looking for, the lemonade is one of the ones that's being retired. Lemonade, blueberry, apricot, a few others as well. Okay, so all I did was put some of the stain in a little cup, just so it's easier for me to put on. I am just going to brush this right on the box. So we're just going to brush this right on and hopefully not get it all over this pretty hardware. And if I do, it's okay because I can take a baby wipe and wipe it right off. So we're just going to brush it on. Whoop, whoop. Now, what's nice about the stain is it's going to allow me to be able to see the wood grain still through it, but it's going to give it some color to it. Got just a little bit on there. Okay. And I am going to wipe this back once I get it on. Turn it around. I thought about painting this with the wood stain ahead of time, but I wanted you to see how fast and easy it is to apply this wood stain to any project that you're doing. We have all sorts of different colors in this. We have a denim blue, we have a green, a gray, a black, this white, we have a brown, we have another one that kind of looks like a turquoise. And I'm just going to take a baby wipe now that I got the top painted, and I'm just going to kind of wipe it back a little bit. Now you can wipe back as much as you want or as little as you want. And if you find that you've wiped back too much, then you can go back in and add a little bit more. So you can use a dry cloth, you can use a wet wipe. I use a wet wipe if I'm going to wipe back a little bit more. So let me put a little bit more. I took a little bit more off here than I wanted. Let me add a little bit there. And I'm just going to kind of dab that back a little bit. Not be super aggressive as I was there a minute ago. So now you can see that the top of the box has a white coating compared to the side. You see the difference? It has this nice pretty white compared to the side. Yes, ma'am, I'm happy to do it. Now, here's the other thing about painting boxes. I wouldn't suggest leaving this closed and paint it. Always open your box to paint it, because if you paint it while it's closed, you run into possibly sealing that box lid to the bottom. And that's no fun, because then you got to figure out how to get it open again. So open your box and then continue painting. Okay? And I'll do the inside later. But if I get some on the inside, don't worry, because I'm going to stain the inside as well. I've been moving into my new live space, which is a shed that I've got built out of the back of my house. So we'll be able to go live more days a week to do more projects together. So really close to being able to go live in there with you guys. And that'll be a lot of fun, because we won't have to just do Saturdays. So there, I wipe back just a little bit so you see the difference. So stay tuned for that. Almost ready. And that's where I've taken a lot of the projects that we've done that usually you see back here behind me. I've got them now staged there, so you can see them when we go live from there. So that'll be fun. Okay. Now let's wipe that back a little bit. And you want to make sure you wipe any excess you have on this lip too, because that will also prevent your box from shedding properly. So there you go. Okay, let's get the front. Now, like I mentioned, you could use a paper towel, you can use a cloth. If you use a cloth, I would use something lint-free. That way you don't get a lot of fibers stuck in your stain. But yeah, some really beautiful colors in this stain. All right, let me wipe that back a little bit. Not much, just a little. Even my baby wipe is leaving a little bit of fibers on here, but it's okay, we'll get them off. And remember, this is water-based. So because it's water-based, that means you can reactivate it and move it around a little bit. So if I close it, now you can see the difference between the top and the bottom. See how that stain just adds that little bit of color to your, whoop, as I dump it over. Okay, let's give this a good coat. And you can make this a heavier white look if you want. You just add a couple of different layers of coats. Once it's dried, you add another layer. So you can really control how deep the stain looks. One layer gives you a much lighter coverage. Multiple layers will give you a much deeper coverage. So let me wipe that back a little bit. There we go. And we'll just do this. And what's nice is if you get it on your hardware, if you wipe it off right away, it comes right off the hardware. So you don't have to be terribly exact about making sure you don't get paint or the stain on it, because it will wipe right off with the baby wipe. As soon as, I mean, you have to do it shortly after you've put it on, but it will come off easily. And I'll show you here. I'm being kind of sloppy right now because I just want to get it done for you. Okay, so you see how some of that is on there? You just take your baby wipe that's not already dirty and you just wipe it back and it'll come right off your hardware. Whoop. Now the hardware on this particular box is metal, so that makes it easier. If it's plastic, it'll probably come off pretty easy, but if you have anything that's maybe a cloth closure or something like that, it will stain the cloth closure. Okay. Get that wiped back a little better. All right. Okay. That looks pretty good. This side and the back side, and then we're done. Oh, open my box back up. You don't want to paint it shut. Then it would make a box kind of useless, right? Now, what could you do with a box like this? You could put it by your front door, put your keys in it, put your mail in it, all sorts of things. Put thank you cards in it. or maybe cards that you want to keep. We'll just wipe that right back. Make sure I didn't. Yeah, there we go. Oh, let me get it off that. Let me get a new wipey. I'm kind of smearing a mess here. Now, that had sat on there just a little bit, which is okay, but because it's water activated, I can just kind of scrub it a little bit and wipe it right off. Okay. Let me get this back, and then I got to get that side. Hope everyone's having a good day. Did everybody have a good Easter? I think that was not, was that no, that wasn't last weekend, was it? Oh, time runs together anymore. Right, Miss Kay? Time runs together. I'm losing track of what major holidays had happened. Excuse me. Okay. Like that back. And I'm just wiping because I got a little bit. Oh, a lint. That's okay. Once it dries, that'll fall right off. Lint from my baby wipe. Okay. Almost done, friends. Almost done. This is how easy it is to just paint these boxes and make them your own. And I'm not sure if Hobby Lobby is still having their 40% off of Woodpile. That's when I got these boxes. Anything $4.99 and up is 40% off. So if you're looking to do a box or maybe some other wood projects, you could certainly check them out and see if they have that sale going on still. Okay. I get the rest of this fuzz off here. Just know if you do a baby wipe, there'll be little fuzzies left and you just kind of have to brush them off. But it's okay, they come off really easy. Okay. There's that side, and then I did that side. Okay. I think I got it all done. Let's take a look. There's the top, the front, the side. Yep, it's just one big blue now. Let me get this little fuzzies off here. All right, my friends. Now, let's get to the fun stuff, which is decorating our little box. Okay. Now that we got, well, actually, the next step we need to do, and you see here, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this right here on the edge where it's a little thicker? I can thin that out by adding just a little bit more of this stain and then going in and kind of rubbing it back. So I can kind of give it a, if you don't want a thicker, And worst comes to worst, you can always, whoops, put a transfer or something there. There's always a way to fix everything. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you're going to want to seal your project. So let's seal it real quick. And I'm going to use the Clear Coat in Gloss by Dixie Belle. And yes, I did get the press and seal. I just haven't put it on this jar yet. Supposed to say blur. Yes. It's all a blur to me, too. It's like, oh my goodness. What day is it? Well, I might need assistance with that. We'll get my assistant to help me. But I did get some press and seal. That is a great tip that Miss Kay gave me with your paints, is put press and seal. Great tip. Right over top, and then you put the lid on, and then your lids don't stick. Isn't that nice? Such a great idea. All right. Now that we got that going, let's get this thing sealed. Now, the reason I want to make sure it's good and sealed, well, a couple of reasons. One, it's unfinished wood, and it's always best to seal unfinished wood. But the other reason is it does make it easier for your transfers to adhere to your project. So, I'm just going to do a quick coat of this gloss, and I'm just brushing it on. Now this will make it shiny. So it's a little bit more of a shine than a satin. And the plan is that we're going to put some transfers on it and make it all beautiful. So you just want to get a nice good coat on there. And it dries pretty quick. I'm going to use my heat tool and then we'll dry it up real quick. All right. Grab my heat tool. Oh. If you don't have a heat tool, I tell you, I'm not even sure how I did painting and crafting before I had one. Heat tools are amazing for most projects. There are some projects that you do want to let it naturally dry. If you're doing a piece of furniture or all that, you want to let it dry naturally on its own. But for these smaller type of projects, a heat tool might help you reduce some of that time. Okay. So you see the shine on that now? Can you see it? Isn't that pretty? So we went from that to a shine. Have you tried it? Have I tried the press and seal? If that's what you're asking, I just got the box of press and seal. So that's what I'll be probably working on tonight, is putting my press and seal on my paints while I'm down here for the night market. It'll be a good project to work on. And then I'll have no more stuck lids, which is pretty exciting, actually. And it's because you really shouldn't paint out of your jars. You really should pour your paint into a cup or another a plate or something instead of painting out of the jar. But because I tend to always paint out of the jar, it's just better if I get the press and seal. So I'll be working on that tonight. So if you guys want to come down and say hello to me while I'm working on that, feel free. I will be here till 11 o'clock. So this is going to give us a nice protection on our piece of wood. So it'll be good and able to withstand wear and tear. Let me make sure I got underneath there real good. And over here. Okay, let me dry up the front of this box. Whoop. Again, make sure you keep your lid open. You ask, how did I come across this tip of keeping the box open? I've glued a number of boxes shut while painting. So it is a little challenging to get them unstuck once you've painted them shut. So this all does dry. Even if you let it dry naturally, it does dry pretty darn fast. Okay. Is that heat tool when I hold it up there pretty loud to you guys? I just realized that I'm probably, I don't know where the microphone is.
It's inside camera.
The camera. It's inside the camera. So I am sorry. I just realized that that is probably very loud up there. So I'll hold it down from now on. I don't want to blow your poor little ears out. That would not be very nice of me. Sorry about that, friends. All right, let's get this. Let's get this finished. Almost done. Hold it down here. I just thought about that. It's not loud? Oh, good. Thank you, Miss Linda. Thank you for that. I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, no. That might be near the microphone. Okay. Let's do the back real quick. Oop. We don't want any drippies. No drippies. And what's nice about the Voodoo stain, the Voodoo gel stain, is it is water-based. So it's very, very easy to clean up, and there's no odor. There's no odor to it, which makes it just lovely to work with. So it's really easy to use. All right. Now, the gloss is a thin, watery-like substance. So you have to be really mindful of drips that might occur. So really keep an eye on your edges and make sure that there's not a drip happening around the corner. one last side. Now, if you don't want a shiny box, we do have, Dixie Belle does have top coat, which is what this is, in matte and satin, or satin and flat. So we do have a flat, which means it looks just like it would. There would be no shine or anything to it, which is what I did that picture in. And I'll show you again at the end what that looks like. And then the satin gives it just a little bit of a shine. I love the gloss when I want something shiny. Okay. There we are. We are good there. All right, my friends. Let me get my little wipey and wipe a little bit of paint that I got on here off. The stain, I mean. Whoop. There we go. Just remember, anything you put that top coat on that's shiny is going to be shiny. So if you get it on your hardware and your hardware is not already shiny, it will make it shiny. But another great box to use would be like an old cigar box. That would be really pretty too. Get upcycle one of those. Okay, so look how pretty and shiny. I don't know if you can see the shine. Can you see it? Yeah, I guess you can kind of see it. If you want it a little bit even glossier, you could put on a second coat and that will just add another gloss layer to it. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to start with our fabric flowers that we're going to make. And I love Dropcloth, as you all know. And so we're going to make some shabby chic flowers out of Dropcloth. Now, the way you make these is super, super easy. This is just one of those painter cloths, drop cloths. This is drop cloth. Painter cloth comes in different weights. This is the more lightweight one. It's very inexpensive. I get a lot of use out of these. And so, I don't know, I'm just going to cut a very long strip. So the bigger the flower you want, the wider your strip you want. Okay, to cut. So we're going to have one big flower and then one little flower. So, and with this, all I'm going to do is put a little cut in the top up there. And then I'm just going to rip it right down to the end. And as you can see, it didn't come out perfect. Whoop. Which direction do I want to go? It didn't come out perfect, so it got a little skinnier towards the end. No worries. No worries there. Let me turn my glue gun on. That would be helpful. So let me cut. Now, I think I'm going to have 3 flowers. So I'm going to have one big one and 2 smaller ones. So now I'm going to cut maybe right about there, about maybe an inch or so. And I'm just going to rip that one all the way down. Now, you can use any kind of fabric to make these. These are the easiest kinds of flowers to make. That's why I do them, because they're easy. Now, if you don't want the rough edge, you can cut your pieces of fabric out. I like the rough edge because it gives me that shabby chic look. So we're going to go with that for now. Let me find my bigger one here. And I'm actually going to start with this narrow, more narrow end. And I might have to cut a couple more pieces for it, but we'll see. All I'm going to do is tie a knot a couple of times in the same place. I don't want to pull it super tight though. I want to leave it kind of loose. So I'm going to probably do that. Let's see, 2 times. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. So you see how I've got kind of a nice knot there. Okay. Then I have a tail. No worries. Now we have this piece of the fabric. Here's the knot. Here's the fabric. I kind of do a fold. So it kind of goes like this. I kind of fold it as I'm working it. So then you end up knot, and then your fabric is kind of in half. Can you see that? Okay. You're going to hold your knot down here. You're going to take your fabric and you're going to kind of twist it around itself. So you're going to, let me see if I can do this. Can you see this? You're going to take it and you're going to turn it so it makes kind of a indent. Can you see that? Let me do that again. So here's my fabric. I'm just going to take it and turn it and wrap it. Okay. So you want to have this on a level surface. Otherwise your flower gets out of control. I'm going to take it. Kind of get it in half. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's shabby chic, remember? And twist it up. So that way you get these creases in it that look like petals. And every so often, you need to take your glue tool and put a little, well, first you need a glue stick. That's more helpful. Okay. You put a little dab of glue. It's not quite heated up yet. You put a little dab of glue in there. Have any of you made these before, these shabby chic flowers? Come on. Spit out a little. No, almost. It's almost ready, friends. Okay. A little dab will do you. You don't need much. And now I'm just going to tuck that end right there. So that way it's kind of secure. So you see it's folded in half, right? I'm going to take it and twist it. And it doesn't matter if you twist it up or over or under. No rhyme or reason. You're just going for a kind of a shabby chic look. We're just going to throw some glue on there so it'll stay. Okay. You haven't, it's a great idea. You'll have to try it. Oh, good. Oh, good. I mean, I think these are kind of fun, and I think you're going to like the little twist that I'm going to put on these little shabby chic roses too, or rosettes as I will call them. Okay, so again, fold it in half, and you're just twisting it is all you're doing. Twist. And you'll see in a minute how it's coming together, and it'll look like a shabby chic Rose. Whoop. Can you kind of start to see it there? I know my fingers are in the way. Again, fold it and twist. Put a little dab of glue there. Just like that. Fold and twist. And you're just folding and twisting, every 1.5 to 2 inches. It just gives it that kind of petal look, right? Okay. Let's see if I can speed this up a little bit. And if you need to, just flip it around, and it doesn't have to be perfect because again, we're making shabby chic rosettes. We just want to give the idea of a flower. Whoop. Fold it in half, twist it. Oh, stay together. Whoop. Fold it in half, twist it. And I like these ones too because sometimes if you put artificial flowers on, they're really tall on. So if you can imagine, if you just put artificial flowers on, you may want that, and you can certainly do that, but they'll sit up a little bit off your box, you know. These give you just a little bit, they lay a little flatter, so that way it's just kind of laying right on the edge there. We put a little glue there, move the box back, twist it, and turn it. Whoop. And then put a little dab of glue here. And I'm just gonna fold my fabric kind of in half and twist and turn. So can you see the rosette starting to come together? Isn't that cute?
Is Kay still on?
Yep.
Ask her which side of the press and seal goes towards the wet stuff.
Is there a difference?
Yes, one side is sticky, one side isn't.
So Miss Kay, my assistant, has asked me to ask you, because he's putting the press and seal on the gloss coat, which side goes towards the paint? What side goes down? The sticky side or non-sticky side of the press seal? Sticky side? Okay, so all I've done is twist, and I'm just rotating my flower around, right? That's all I'm doing. Twist and rotate. Twist.
Is it sticky?
She didn't say anything, huh? Hang tight there, sir. Okay. We're almost done with this bigger one. And then we'll do a smaller one. We're just twisting and turning. Twisting, turning, and then glue. And that just helps kind of holds the flower together. Now, if you don't like all the strings and all of that, you can certainly take all those off and cut that off. I kind of like it just because it makes it kind of a shabby chic look. She puts the sticky side down, and sometimes she doubles it and puts the sticky sides together.
Okay.
So it sounds like you have options there, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Miss Kay. Appreciate it, my friend.
Well, I did your slick stick too.
Oh, good. He's already started on it. Okay. Almost done with this one, friends. This is the bigger of them all. So this is the one that's going to take a little bit longer just because it's so big. I hope that you guys like this and think you want to try it because I think they're pretty cool and are just a fun way to add a little something different to your projects. Okay, almost done. And then to finish it off, all I'm going to do is twist it around and kind of tuck the end under the layer. I don't know if you can see this, but here's the end right here. And here's my last roll. I'm just going to kind of tuck it right underneath there. So I'm going to put a dab of glue and tuck. Whoop. Hold it there so it doesn't move. Let me glue this together so it stays. All right. And then I just take and cut this little tail off. And then you see how that, whoop, the center's not glued completely. So I'll just put a little dab of glue right inside here and then press the center right back down in it. Look at that, friends. Isn't that cute? This is what's going to go on the top of our box. Oops, the glue didn't stick. Hang on. It didn't behave. And it's going to go right on the top of our box, just like that. Okay, let me do these other two real quick. So again, I'm just taking the end. I'm going to tie a knot to the center. So you're making, when you're tying the knot, you're making the center of your rose, your shabby chic rose, right? So you make it to the thickness that you want it. So I'm just going to do 2 loops here. If you have thinner material, you might need to do 3 or 4. It just kind of depends on what you like. So now I got a nice knot for the middle of my flower. I'm going to put it down on my table, kind of fold the fabric in half, and I'm going to start twisting and circling. So twist and circle. Twist and circle. And then glue every so often so it stays. And once you've done these a few times, you can get really fast at it. And you could be making lots of shabby chic roses and all sorts of different things. Whoop. All right. Everybody still with me? Thanks, Miss Kay. Everybody still hanging in there? I know this takes a little bit of time, but they are so easy and so fun to make. And I just want you to be able to see kind of from start to finish. And so you can cut off your fabric wherever you think you want to be done. So, and actually, if you want to just leave the knot as a knot, that can even be a rosebud, right? So it looks just like a rosebud would look like. So you can make a rosebud out of that, out of just the knot. I mean, how cute is that? All right. And then we'll do one more. And I think I'm going to cut this off here in a second because I don't want a very big flower. Whoop. So by twisting it is what gives it that petal look, right? All right, we're going to stop there because I don't want this to be big. And then I'm going to clip it off a little shorter. And I'm going to take this end and I'm going to tuck it behind. Put a little glue back here. Some glue on these pieces. Not sure why I did the back side of that, but I did. Now I got to use my scissors to close it. Oh, there we go. All right. We have another one done. Cut off your tail. Make sure your center's glued in there, and it is. There it is. Isn't that cute? Okay. I'm going to do one more. There it is so far. And I'll make it fast. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a little color on these flowers with the chalk paint. Some of these strings are a little out of control. Let me get those off. Okay. All right. I've got my knot. I'm going to fold it as I'm rolling it. So let me start. Get it started here and roll. Dip the glue. Roll. Now you can do more than one roll. You can do 2 or 3 rolls if you want. It's your flower and what you want it to look like. So I still got it folded in half and I'm just twisting it and rolling it, right? Twist and roll. That's all I'm doing. I love painter's cloth because it's so versatile and you can get it at any hardware store and so many things you can do with it. So many different projects, so many different ways to use it. So I really love having painter's cloth around. Keep it folded in half and then just keep turning and gluing. Turn and glue. I'm going to put an extra twist on there. A little dab of glue. How's everybody doing? You guys all still there? You're hanging in there with me? Almost done with this one. Okay. Hopefully you're all hanging in. Hanging in there. Now you can even, if you have little girls or grandchildren, granddaughters, I've even made these and put them on hair clips and made barrettes for them and headbands. I've done that. Super cute. All sorts of fun fabrics that you could get to make some really super cute little rosettes. Okay, I'm going to end it here, so let me twist this a couple times to get it stuck. Okay, that's as big as we need. Let me cut this end. Now I'm going to glue it. Oh, I still left too much on there. Okay. A little glue on the bottom. It is hot, so make sure if you're using the hot glue that you are being careful of your fingers there. Okay. Now we're going to cut the tail off. And voila! We now have 3 rosettes for our box. How cute is that? So cute. Okay, but we're not done yet. We are going to give these a little touch of paint with these 3 colors. Ouch. There. Okay. With some chalk paint. So I'm going to use the Golf for the bigger flower. And all we're going to do is kind of dry brush it on. We're not going to put a lot of paint on it. I just want to kind of whisper it on. So I'm going to, little dab will do me. Don't look at my paint jars. They're terrible. And all I'm going to do is just give this a little bit of color. I'm just lightly brushing it on my rose. That's all I'm doing. And you can make the paint as heavy or as light as you want. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, you could put ribbons too. Yes. Yes, you can. You certainly could. You certainly could. That is a great idea. So we got one of the blue. Let's do one of the pink. Sorry, friends. Okay, one of the pink. Whoop, as I'm making a mess. Let's put this one in a little bit. So I'm just getting a tiny little bit on my brush. Can you see that? I'm just getting a tiny little bit. And all I'm doing is hitting the highlights of those edges. That's all I'm doing. Tiny little bit. And I'm just hitting the highlight. I just want a hint of color. I don't want to cover all of that up. I just want to give it a little bit of color. So just a little bit of pink on there. That one. And then we're going to do the last one in lemonade, which I just love lemonade. I'm sad to see it go.
You gotta put that order in.
I did. Believe me, I've stocked up on my lemonade. I love my lemonade. Okay, little dab will do you. And we're just going to brush it on the top. We're just going to highlight those edges in the fabric with a hint of color. Isn't that pretty? So you can still see the painter's cloth through it, but now it just has a hint of color. All right. Let's hot glue those down. Now I can put them all 3 like this, or I can put them like this. I think I like it like that. So let's do that. I'm just going to put some glue on the back here. Maybe. It's not happy with me right now. Oh, that is not in the center, is it, friends? Well, let me scooch it over a little. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. And then we'll put those two just like that. Won't that be so cute? Oh, now it's coming out. It's pouring. So I'm going to put just a touch of glue here because it's going to be leaning up on that edge. And then a touch of glue on the bottom. Oh, it just dripped right in my rose. That's okay. No worries. No worries. I'll get that glue out. And so you can just press it right like that. Oh my goodness, now I got glue strings everywhere. Oh, I should invest in that glue that has, or it doesn't have strings. Okay, now that we got those on, I mean, how cute is that? Isn't that cute? Okay, let's pick out a couple of transfers. Oh, you know what I don't, oh no, I do. Let's pick out a couple of these transfers real quick. So these have some larger size, but in the back of this, there's some smaller size transfers that I think would be great on the box. Oh, look at this one. It's got a swan. Let's put that on there. On the top up there. Try and find some with similar colors to the roses. I mean, we have a whole bunch we can use. I think this one's kind of cute. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a lot of bright colors in there. Let's see, what else do we have? Those are a little bigger, so let's stick with the smaller ones. Let's put that one on the top, and let's put this one up there. So I'm just cutting out the ones that I want to use, and I really like this one here that says violet. So let's take those three and start with those and see what we get. This is such a great transfer packet. So good. All right. So before I take them off the paper backing, I'm going to place them where I think I want them. So let's see. It's hard because I'm not looking down on it. Does that look pretty good, friends? Maybe something like that, and like that. Let's do that. Okay. So now that I have my placement, I can take it and very carefully, because this side is sticky, very carefully put it where I want it, because once you've pushed it down, it's there. So I'm going to put that one right there and kind of give it a rub. This one is so cute. Look, it's got swans on it. It's hair oil, but it's got swans. How cute is that? And I'm going to put that one like down just a little and over here and give it a good rub. And then this one says violets. How pretty. And so I'm going to put this one kind of down here by the flowers. Just like that. All right. Now we're just going to rub with our thingamajigger tool, and I forgot that my camera shakes when I do this. So let me turn this up a little so I can be up away from the table. I'm going to hold it as I do it. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and give them all a little good little rub. Okay, now all you have to do is to pull up one corner of the transfer, whichever corner might release. Oh, come on. That's sometimes the trickier part. And you want to, as you're pulling the paper, the plastic sheet up, you watch, let me do it this way. You watch to make sure that the transfer is staying down. So as you're pulling the plastic sheet, the image will come off of it, but if you see a little piece that's still on it, just place it right back down and give it a good rub. And so you just slowly pull that up. And then I take my sheet and I just kind of make sure all the edges are good and down. There's one. Let's do this one. Grab an edge. Maybe. That's half the battle sometimes, is getting the edge of the transfer. Okay. All right. Give it a good rub. Some of it's still not sticking. So we'll just, there we go. All right. Look at that. Now we're making progress. IOD transfers are so easy to put down. They do not take a lot of work. If you have a sealed surface, meaning you got a top coat on it, they do not take a lot of work to rub on. That is the beauty of these. So I've grabbed a corner of this one. Let me make sure it's good and down. These pictures are just so beautiful. It's so perfect for this box. All right. Now I didn't rub the other one, so let me make sure I get that one done. All right. I apologize. I do not know what that loud noise is. All right. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that the cutest little box? Now, we could certainly add more transfers all the way around the sides, and that's probably what I'll do, is I'll add a couple more of these transfers on to the box. But I hope this gives you some ideas. Look how fun that is. Isn't that cute? Wouldn't that be cute sitting on a table in your living room or next to your door? I still think it's smiling at you. Super, super easy. Super fun. You can upcycle any box using these techniques. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you think it's cute? And then I will go back and put the white stain on the inside as well. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it, Miss Kay. It's like I always wonder, is it coming out and looking like I thought it might? And does it look okay? Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. Oh, you love it. Thanks, Miss Linda. Thank you. Thank you. So, friends, if you weren't on earlier, let me just show the picture again that we did together. Let me pull this camera back a little bit. So this is the one we did last Saturday. And if you remember, I needed to go back and do the spots and the white wax. So I did that. But this is the flat top coat. So as you can see, there's no shine. It just seals your project in nice. You love that white finish. You never would have thought of it. I know, it is such a beautiful finish. It just gives it a little bit of color, white, and then makes all these beautiful things pop, I think. The other one would be pretty on this too, is the black. We do have a black voodoo stain. Black voodoo stain would be pretty on this too, I think. But anyways, back to this one. If you missed it, when we used that sea spray and I made that really thick paste for the brown in the center, as you can see, as it dries, when it was super thick, it caused it to crack, which just gives you that much more interest in detail in your flowers, in the center of your flowers. So the thinner that you make that paste, the less likely it will crack. The thicker, it will crack. But here's the little ladybugs. Isn't that cute? And look, it's so three-dimensional. I don't know if you can see it, but isn't that beautiful? Voila, there it is, finished. So we do have a couple of different colors in the stains that would be great for any of these types of projects. And oh, Pentart Moss Effects. I did see your text and I completely forgot to get back to you, but Pentart Moss Effects is fabulous. And so I will use, every time I've tried to go order it, it's been out of stock. Sometimes what happens is when there's a lot of creators using a certain product, then all the other creators go and buy it. So I got to check and see if it's in stock, but I do love it. It is fabulous. It's beautiful. What Kay is mentioning is there is a particular kind of paste that when you dab it, it looks like moss on your project. So I'm hoping I can get some of that in and we can do one together because I think it's fabulous. It really does look like moss on your project. It's pretty awesome. So I will check and see if it's in stock. Hopefully there's not been a lot of creators using it. And it'll be in stock for us. So there's our project for today. Remember, next Saturday is casino night here from 6 to 10. If you want to do that, send me a message and I'll get you the information to get the ticket for that. May 5th, 6th is the Spring Days craft fair. Very large craft fair here in the Town Square Mall. It takes up both the first floor and the second floor. And we will be here late tonight. So if you want to come visit until 11 o'clock, because we have our night market. And then next Saturday, we will be here and open until 10. So come check us out, friends. And Kate, I'll let you know if it's in stock, because I'd love to get that in. I do have some other products that we've gotten. Oh, you know what I forgot to do real quick? The bling. I forgot the bling. How did I forget the bling? Oh my goodness. Let's do that real fast, friends. Oh my goodness. I got bling and I want to put bling on our flowers. So I have a couple of pieces here that I think will work. Oh, let's do that real quick. Oh my goodness. How did I forget? How did I forget? Now, what do you guys think? Bling or no bling? Do you like the bling or no bling? I don't know. I'm always so... I'm afraid bling might be too much. Is the bling too much, do you think? Or do you like it with the bling? I don't know. That bling's kind of pretty, isn't it? Maybe that one's too big. Let me try this one. Don't ask me. I'm not very bling. I know. I'm not very bling either, but I thought it might be fun to try something new. Oh, maybe that looks better. I think that's kind of cute. You like it bling? You're not very blingy? I'm not very blingy either. That looks kind of fun. Let's do that. Why not? Let me put this. All you got to do is glue it on with hot glue. Put a little glue in there, and there's the center of our flowers. I thought it might be something kind of different and fun to add because we don't do a lot of bling. Actually, I don't think I've ever used bling on my lives. Oh, let me get a glue stick. But heck, why not? Maybe if you add bling, this might take it up too. You might want to keep it on your dresser. There we go. Now we got bling on it. Oh, I think that's pretty cute. Ooh, it's blingy. Okay. All right, my friends. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I look forward to our time together every Saturday. Oops, I lost the camera. Hang on. There we go. Now I'm sideways. My assistant's helping me. I'm not doing a very good job. Can you fix it so it's up? Because I'm obviously having issues. Sorry, friends. I didn't mean to drop you.
We are so professional here.
All right. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here Saturdays with me. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate the inspiration. Thank you, Linda, for the inspiration. I appreciate it. I hope you guys also have a good time on Saturdays. So don't forget our Creators Corner if you want to show off your projects you've made. And I look forward to seeing you next Saturday. And Kay, I will send you a message to let you know if it's in stock. Oh, you're so sweet, Miss Kay. I love you too, friends. You guys have a great Saturday, and I will see you next Saturday. All right? Take care, my friends. Bye. Bye, friends.